Good evening, and it's Wednesday evening actually, sort of different for me, but you do what you do when you can get to it, right? This is Jolene with the Jewel Design, and I am doing a quick flip through and Etsy share what I got going on in my shop, all Christmas based as you can see. So quick and easy, really quick though. I want to say hello and thank you to Susie Sue, Susan, and Diana for chiming along and coming along in my Halloween spread of Dread Red's Shabby Dabby Doodah's kit and the spread we did. I am still needing to print out pictures and get that in. But you two ladies, which I'll put your names down in the description just in case you're double checking, but Susie Sue and Diana, you commented like you were supposed to, you did what you were supposed to do, and so I want to send you a thank you. So please message me in Etsy, through my Etsy board and Etsy shop, which is in Linktree link, and let me know your address. Now, if you're within the United States, I have a little goodie bag. I want to send you some holiday goodies, some holiday digital printouts and whatnot. If you're out of the U.S., then I want to be able to provide you with a coupon code for, of course, my shop for anything, whether it be physical or digital, in my shop. So definitely, like I said, message me as soon as you can. Let me know where you live if you're in the United States. And then you can also mention whether you want some Christmas goodies or whether you want some autumn goodies or a mix of both. So there is that. So thank you again. I appreciate you chiming in and hanging out with me on Friday and into Sunday for that Halloween spread that we did for something new. As you can see, the journal, the Christmas at Your Door journal is done. But before we flip through that, so that way you're done and out, this was the hem and hawing that went with this. I finally sewed in all my pages. So we'll see how this goes. As I'm working on other things, I'll let you know if I decorate it, whether I just journal in it. But it's definitely my cute little fun, it's going to be a fun little lightweight Christmas journal. So I probably will decorate the front. I noticed like I had a page in here in the middle that sort of folded, so I might glue that down. Just play with it. Maybe make an idea book out of it. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I just enjoy the yummy coffee dyed papers that I got from handmade by Just Gigi, and I just love smelling it. Anyway, then put this up for just a second. I just put out this afternoon. So they'll be up and in the linked as usual. A Charles Dickens inspired Victorian Christmas lady journal cards and fussy cuts. The graphics came from probably Graphic Fairy, or I don't know where. I'm assuming they came from Graphic Fairy. But I went ahead and created layers of my own cards in different sizes. Clipped out the girls, put different layers on them. But made these just cute little journal cards. They go 5 by 4.3. 3 by 3 by 4.3. Let's see what else. We've got hem and hawing there too. Let's see what else. Oh, and then these are sort of the newer size that I've been working on. These 3 1/4 by 3 3/4 size that we played with in the Cozy Winter Journal. So sort of played with those and then made smaller ones. Remind me just a little bit though of playing cards. So they're about the same size. So you have 3 different size journal cards. On 2 pages. You have a hemming and hawing of extra pieces that I layered or that I created, layered, took as is, just gave you a little collage of random sized embellishment and journal cards. And then there's 2 more pages of these girls fussy cutted on their own. So you have the small size, you have the medium size, and you have the large size of all 5 girls. Cleaned up, so there's the cream in the background. It's just the girls, so that you can use to decorate these with or expand. So 5 pages, 3 of cards, 2 of fussy cuts, under the Charles Dickens inspired Victorian Christmas journal cards. I know, mouthful, but it's all there. Do the best you can. But you should be able to see it. It's going to have something where it's going to show all 3 of these with the girls sort of scattered in the background. So sort of look for this page. It's going to be your biggest, either one of those as your go-to. But the Charles Dickens inspired Christmas journal cards, I should say. So that's up to add to our red and green spout. So we have the numbers, we have words, we have dictionary, we have now we have the little journal cards and embellishments. We've got it all, right? We've got quite the bits. But let's get down to brass tacks, as I say, and let's get this going. So let's make sure I'm in focus because I don't want too low or too high. And yeah, that's right. Okay. for once I'm closer to the front than usual. So we're going to start off with this little tassel of goodies. And I put some charms on it that we had used in here. I put samples of all the ribbons and the lace, the fabric, the trim. It's all pretty much just tied in here and somewhat clasped in. If you really wanted to, you could undo this and use any of these pieces to enhance anything I didn't already hit up. Or just leave it as something pretty and cute on the end as it sits there on your table or end table or whatever we're doing. And this piece is driving me insane. All right, it's not supposed to be there then. So yes, it's a great little ring. It matches these. I'm super stoked. I did decide to go with the antique rings. The big 2 1/4 inch silver ones were huge. Like it didn't sit nice. And this works well. I have had no problems. And sort of did an antique-y silver, pewter, I don't know what, metal-based eyelets where we needed them. So I went ahead to the front. I did quilt the front cover. We were able to wrap it around to the back as we talked about. I will put in the cards here. Right now, if you didn't catch some of these made to go to things, you're sort of curious about what I'm talking about, go back and look at parts 1 and 2 and 3, I believe, of this one. It's Christmas at Your Door. Let's see, where are we at? Okay. So yeah, I will go ahead and place a card here on top. You can click on it really quick if you want to go back and look at the first one, as we were discussing what to do with this. And then of course there's a part 2 and I think 3. So on the front, I went ahead and put lace in the trim. I put one of my little girls on it, and I went ahead and found Dollar Tree, right? These fun polyester rayon, I don't know, leaves, some holly. This is a little more brittle, but I added goodies, and I did glue and Mod Podge over this to keep the glitter in place. So there's a combination of little things here. But I was really stoked that I was able to take the poinsettia holly fabrics that I had and able to quilt them in, fold it around and glue it, and and sew and glue it onto that board to give us a front and back cover that I wasn't so sure we were going to be able to do. Then we have a first page, which I think we had something else here, and I ended up flipping it around because of just how the timing was. And this is fun. And I want to just pick it up. I can't help myself. I know I shouldn't probably pose, but I made a little shaker. Yee, right? Had fun with some goodies. And this was actually the cover to a noodle box. It was like a rice Thai stir-fried noodle box, and it had a hole. It had the window in it, and I went, oh, wouldn't that be fun? So I made a made a clear pocket, layered it up, covered it all up, and made a cute little pocket towards the night before Christmas for you. Now this has 21. Okay, I lost my count. 21. So 42. Yeah, so 21 inserts, which makes 42 sides. 28 of those sides are fully writable, where I thought you had quite a bit of room to write on. You have a number of these front and back pages that are covered on the holes for stability, and you could go ahead and write on these for sure. And then there's pages like this that have plenty of writing space. So there's 28 that I felt were heavy-duty spaces to write on. Even here, this was a good space to still write on with a nice black pen, or you could put another label or another card that was sort of simple and give yourself that space without covering up a bunch of stuff. Now, what you haven't seen is all the doohickeys. Some cards I left plain, some I decked out. We've got lace, we've got tulle, trim, and we have, cutouts. But I definitely put a pocket on this pocket that we made. Added more lace in that green to really stand out. And where I could, I added glitter glue with physically glitter on it and sort of try to enhance where I could. And that may be something you're not going to be able to see all that well until you get it. But I don't have stipple or anything like that, so I use, the glitter glue for what it's for, right? And I have packages of glitter in all the colors. So I went ahead and made the most of that. Okay. So on the back here, again, there's space. Nice dark pen, nice, writing. You could get a page in there. Then we get to our fun flap. Now this I did not count in the pages, but this is where you get the extra space, especially in a December daily. You open this up, you have writing. Could write over this. You have 2 more journal cards, 2 mini journal cards in here, and I have to move it up for a second. A cute little notepad of writing space. So you could number these, you could write notes, lists, little gratitudes. Like you could have an extra space of fun things that may not become part of a day, may not really resound as a day to write it about, but maybe they're things you want to remember. So there is a whole nother writing space on this page, and I did not count it part of the 28. It's an extra thing to look into that gives you some more space to journal on. You could even write on the back of that card if you wanted to. You could write something here. Now these pages came to me pre-printed, ready to go. I wanted something that would work, but I did go ahead and stamp them. So they got stamped with bells, or in the middle, a light Christmas tree. Something simple. Now this one is part of the original 42 sides, but not a 28 page. And here though, it's a simple bullet journal moment. So maybe you could put a number on there and do a quick gratitude bullet moment. Something simple could be added to these if you needed the space. But I did not make it a honest to God counted page. I said you have 28 pages to work on. It covers you through Christmas. If you needed more space, this is where you'd grab it. This is just a fun doohickey in here. But every other insert had a paper insert, so that's how we got where we got. Now this has some vellum inserts, nice and decorative. You open up the pocket. This is where all the goodies are now. In here, when you get this, you get, we're falling apart. That's okay. We will fix as you see it, so you know it'll be in perfect condition when you get it. This was the goodie. This became the goodie. This is the center of the book, and this became the goodie section. This became the area where I felt all the little extras that you could need or use would be in here. And so in here you have, dun dun dun, make sure I'm not gluing anything down by accident. You have words, you have fussies, you got cutouts that I had left over. You have another journal card that's nice and simple, but plenty of room to work on. You can leave it as is, or you can definitely use it as one of those extra pieces. Put a number on it, stick it in, glue it on. I do have some glitter in here. Here, this is a little envelope of goodies. More goodies and goodies. A pocket on the envelope that has goodies in it. In the envelope, though, you get dun, 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 pre-cut out numbers. As a thank you from me to you for buying the journal, you get the little numbers from my number kit. So they're perfect for the size of the page. Nice and easy. 1 through 31, and an extra blank wreath, I believe. So you can trim it a little bit more if you want. You can distress it, whatever, and make it December daily. You can, it's stretching it to get to 31 pages, but I think there's definitely 31 writing areas within this. If you use a bullet point, if you use the big journal cards, if you get crafty, you could definitely get 31 days. Get yourself all the way up through New Year's, into New Year's for this kit. I don't see why not. I just don't. I think it's totally possible. With all of your wonderfully creative minds, you could stretch this journal to where it needs to go. But you're almost there, so it's not that far. The ribbon that we talked about originally, way back when, this was supposed to be a collage, right? This was supposed to be, here's the back. It was just a simple postcard I loved. I went ahead and added little goodies, and this was just supposed to be a collage piece of leftovers. And while I was doing it, I realized I had things left over, postcards and random things. And went, you know what? Let's take all these journal cards I still haven't put anywhere, the tags I haven't put anywhere, and let's make pockets. So I took the pockets I had and made them more, took the cards, made them into pockets, decorated them up, and made use of the back of those journal cards. And then decorated up the journal cards. Oh, well, I keep calling them journal cards. They are big to be journal cards, but they're tags. These are your tags, totally ready to go, all decked out. I absolutely love them in these pockets. They fit nicely. Now this is like a fabric flip journal card, or I keep calling it journal card. Fabric flip tag. A little harder to write on, but you definitely can write on the back. But I thought it was just cute. It was a sample of a bunch of fabrics that I had and we're using. It has a little peekaboo, wreath decor. Has a tab on it on top to make it easy to pull out. Right? And then we have this one that's definitely glue / sort of stickled looking for something fun to really enhance the holly on that wreath. But I had fun decorating these. I was like, oh, I love these. But it wasn't what it was meant to be. It was supposed to be just collaged up and just another insert. And I said, no, let's make it useful. Let's make sure that it has a purpose. Now, I would suggest, and I didn't think about it at the time, but I would suggest making yourself a quick writing board for this, because each page lands on something like this. I would make a writing board. You could almost use the back cover as your writing board if you wanted to take it out and use this end, but even then it's bumpy. It has fabric on it, so no, that wouldn't work. Yeah, I'd make yourself a quick writing board. Definitely would. Because I think there's times where it's going to get a little hard to write on. Because I left my glue wide open. Bad. Okay, so we're getting towards the back half here, and we have this gorgeous one. It almost looks like you could tuck something in here, but it does have a label for you. This one is where we have some definitely 3-in-1. You have writing space here. You have writing space on the back. Okay, so there's 2 of your 28. But I also counted the inside of this package because, I'll show you in a moment when I drop it down, we have a large page. Now, let alone the fact you have 2 more journal cards over here, right, hiding in our envelope pocket. We have a full page, like letter to Santa size. Oh, got caught. I'm like, what are you talking about? Good, like letter to Santa size journal insert. Now, it is glued down right here, so it doesn't come off. So this is one of the things you may want to pop off, put aside, write all over it. Whether it's a letter to your family, a letter to yourself, letter to yourself, letter to Santa, letter to your family, something memorable. You have this huge page. You could even break this up into sections if you wanted to. There's 6 days there. You close it. There's 6 more days. And then what, I mean, you have, let's see, what did I say? 6, 9, 10, 11 pages, 11 sides, 11 squares. Yeah, you have like 11 squares. You could have a lot of fun with this and make it a fun insert and journal space in this lovely journal. I feel like I'm squishing the poop out of my tassel here. Here, let's do this. There we go. Well, it's my tassel for the moment, but pretty soon hopefully it'll be one of yours, right? Okay, but you have the space here. You have the space on the back, so it's all good there. Another page, front and back. We have our double pocket. It's a cute little, ho-ho-ho baggie. You can put a big old anything you want in there. Plus it has a little pocket on the back, so if you need to tuck something else in there, more pages. And then our last major insert, which has a cute decorative trifold tag with little journaling elements. So all these little tags, little journal cards, right? So that you could write simple little moments, little memories, little dates, anything on it that you wanted to track. You even could write a little something here. Okay, and it's all stuck in here with another vellum card. These are to be great where if you don't have space, need space, or you have space to fill, cutting these up and using them would be awesome to fill the space. And here's a whole nother journaling spot again. There's all this space to write on, and there's everything on the back. I wanted to make sure you definitely had backs of things to write on. And then our last written page, our last insert with just a little bit of decor and a little bit of glitter, and then you had your actual official last page to write on. Okay, and then your fabric cover in the back, and a little bit of decor to sort of match the front. Same here. And this little green patch of netting and snow is actually underneath this cluster here. So there's a little bit of white here that you get to look at. So it is, ladies and gentlemen. I was sort of shocked at everything I was counting. Yeah, there's only 21 inserted pieces, but it gives you 42 sides, and 28 of those sides are immediately have the ability to journal on. And then, like I said, we have hide holes in here. We have journal cards. We have things that you could stretch those 2, 3, 4 more dates if you needed to make it worthwhile. And, even like the one I said, okay, there's 11 squares within that folded piece of paper you could have a lot of fun with. So I hope this sparks ideas. I hope it sparks innovation. And I hope it sparks the need or the want or the desire to get ready for the holidays and get this to you guys as soon as possible so that you can, whether it be Thanksgiving weekend or whether it be the 1st of December, start journaling your holiday season. Now, I've already been asked a couple times if I will send this internationally. And right now there are so many countries that are still suspended on any international shipping. They will not accept it. It's not that the U.S. won't send it, but they've been told not to. The United States, which is where I live, the post office will not send anything out because they have been told not to. And I just checked, and as of November 2nd, there's a number of countries that will not accept any international packages. It means they'll sit in the port if you do. There's no guarantee I can get it to you guys. And I'm sad about that because I know there are ladies out there who would love to have this, and I wish I could send it to you guys. Plus, the cost to send it, the only way they will send it is some massively express international priority, like big old wording in a big old box. And they want to charge me, and you, I'm afraid, more than the journal is worth, or more than the journal I'm charging. So what I'm charging for the journal, the cost to ship it is that much more than what I'm charging for the journal. And I just hate to see the chance of it getting stuck in the port and you guys spending so much money on it. I love what I do, and I love that you love it, but my work's not that good. If my work was just full of antique and vintage and just yummy things that no one else could get, and I just happened to get it, I would take our chances and we would ship it and we would pay the cost, right? But it's not. It's me. It's my journals. It's my pieces. There's nothing super vintage in here. It's my digitals. It's just the pieces that I have. So until things clean up, I am just stuck sending within the United States. And I love you all for your support. I love you all for your want to have it, but it's not worth the chance of it sitting in a port. And I just could not, in a good sense, ask you guys to pay twice the cost of the journal just to get it shipped to you. So I know it's your choice. You could decide, I don't care, I'll spend the money. But what if it gets stuck in port? And I can't refund you the money because if the UPS gets it to your guys' country, but your country will not take it or accept it, neither one of us will ever see it. And so you spent the money, and I, out of good faith, could refund it to you, but I'm now without a journal that I can't sell, and you guys are without a journal that you were hoping to get. So let's not take those chances at this time, okay? So I really love you all. I appreciate it. So if you're in the U.S. and this speaks to you and you don't want to make a December daily, you don't want to make a Christmas journal, or you're making a bunch of journals for everyone else and you're not going to have the time to make one for yourself, I hope you look into this and purchase it off my Etsy shop, which the link again is down in the description, in the Linktree link, and you will make this part of your traditions and your holiday season, and you will give it a new home that I know will be well received. So thank you so much for joining me today, this Wednesday evening. Haha, so weird, right? Beginning of November. Can't believe it's November already. And I hope that everyone's fall is doing well, that we are all done with Halloween and ready to enjoy the rest of fall. I got my nails. I'm like, I'm back to fall again. Oh, thank God. Long nails for Halloween. Not my thing. We're back to fall, and we're enjoying the holidays, getting ready for Christmas, and that I hope that this finds just the right home to be cherished and loved very soon. So thank you for watching Jolene with a Jewel Design, and I hope to talk to you guys all next week. Have a great day.